welcome. For this practice, you are definitely going to want a yoga mat. A lot of the practices that I teach on here don't necessarily require a mat. You can kind of just do them anywhere. But whenever we're doing more of a flow where we're moving more, we're on our feet more, I definitely highly recommend grabbing a mat, whatever yoga mat you have. And we are going to be, like I said, doing a flow. So moving with our breath, each inhale, each exhale is going to lead to the next movement. It's a very fluid way of moving your body, and it helps you to become more embodied, just simply meaning you are aware of how your body feels in the present moment. You're noticing any sensations that come up, and it's just a really wonderful way to release stress, to improve your mental health overall. It can just feel really nice to move and breathe in a fluid way. So wherever you're at, I invite you to join me. And we are going to start in a seat. So just join me in an easy seat here. If you can cross your legs in front of you, I invite you to do so. An option right away to just close your eyes down. And I invite you to bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. So we're going to start off with a little bit of breath work here, nothing complicated. Just really getting into your body right away through your breath. So your breath is such a good anchor, and in my opinion, it's the very center of our yoga practice. So tuning into your breath right away, really getting into those deep breaths is going to help you get a little bit more embodied, and it's just going to help our flow together just be a little bit better, feel a little bit better. So wherever you're at here, one hand on your heart or your chest, one hand on your belly, right away start to notice the flow of your breath here. So you're just noticing the natural flow, natural rhythm of your breath here. And can you, for a moment as well, notice what it feels like to physically be connected to your own body? So you are literally touching your own body, and that may feel uncomfortable. That may feel very comfortable. Maybe it brings up certain feelings, certain thoughts, and there's no judgment here. So any judgmental feelings or thoughts that come up around yourself or your body, acknowledge. And then can you, with your exhales, just kind of let those go to the side. So there's, again, no judgments, no expectations for what your body should feel like, should look like, what it should be able to do. You're just here, you're just showing up. And you're just noticing your breath, your body. And I invite you to start to deepen those inhales and exhales. And we're going to move into what we call a 3-part breath. So a 3-part breath on your inhales, you are starting that inhale in your belly. So you're inhaling to expand that belly. And then as you continue through your inhale, you're expanding your belly, and then you move up into your ribs. And then last, you move up into your chest. So it's a 3-part breath because you're being very intentional about first inhaling through your belly, secondly, inhaling through your ribs, and thirdly, inhaling through your chest. And what that's doing is opening up your front body, really expanding and helping your breath to deepen. So I invite you to start to do that. And then on your exhales, you're just taking it the opposite. So you exhale first through your chest, then your ribs, then your belly. So it's almost like you're inhaling, you're expanding, opening your front body. You're exhaling almost like you're deflating in towards yourself. So inhaling to open, exhaling to close. And if it's easier for you to just do that whole breath just at once with your upper body, that's okay too. So wherever you're at, inhaling belly, ribs, chest, exhaling chest, ribs, belly. Really feel that movement in your body. And for me, when I do this, I like to almost, when I inhale, open my hands, my arms out to the side. Exhale, bring them back to my body. Maybe even round through your spine here. Inhale, open your entire front body, open your arms. Exhale, fold, maybe even give yourself a hug. Take a few more rounds. You're just feeling into what feels natural. So like I'm saying, this is what feels natural for me, to kind of get my arms involved, have a full body movement here, or full upper body movement. Maybe for you that doesn't feel natural. Maybe you're feeling something else. Totally doesn't matter here. We're going to be here for about 3 or 4 deep rounds of breath. Slow and steady. Stay with this breath for longer. You can always pause the video. Stay here for longer if this feels really nice, if you need to stay with anything that's coming up for you. If you're ready to move on, go ahead and bring your hands to the tops of your knees or tops of your legs and just slowly rock side to side. So again, this is an embodied flow. So you're really feeling into these movements and make them your own. So maybe it feels better for you to take some upper body circles, get a little bit more into your hips. Maybe it feels better to take some seated cat-cow. So on an inhale, you're pulling your chest through your arms. Exhaling, rounding through your spine, chin to chest. Again, these are just examples of any type of movement that you can take here in your upper body. Whatever movement you're taking, move with your breath. So let your inhales and your exhales guide you. Few more rounds. Whatever feels natural here. Always the option, pause the video, stay where you're at for longer. If you're ready, go ahead and come back to center, come to stillness in your upper body. And then on an inhale, start to sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, so bend through your elbows. Really open up your chest to the sky. Maybe another breath or two here. And then inhale, sweep your arms back up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Really extend your arms, almost like something's pulling them up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus. Couple more rounds. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Awesome. We are going to move into a tabletop shape on hands and knees. So whenever you arrive, slowly start to rock your hips side to side. Maybe get into your neck, your head. Just take whatever movements in your upper body feel good here. Option to take some cat-cows. Awesome. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and push it back to your child's shape here. So you can, I would suggest keeping your knees together for this one. We're not going to be here for long. Again, we're taking it back into a flow. So on an inhale, start to pull yourself up, really round through your spine into your tabletop. Option to just, if this is as far as you go, that's fine. Or on an exhale, drop your hips, drop your pelvis. Really push the ground away here. You can keep your head and neck neutral, or you can let your head fall back a little bit, only if that feels okay. 1 or 2 more rounds of breath. On your next exhale, start to push those hips all the way back to your child's shape. We're going to take that flow. So inhale, round through your spine, up into tabletop, all the way through if you're taking your chest through your arms. Exhale, back to your tabletop. We're going to take this a few more rounds. If it feels good, option to incorporate your hips here. So you can take some hip circles on the way forward. You can take a figure 8 with those hips. Whatever feels good here. any movement, as long as you're moving with your breath here. Couple more rounds. Sometimes closing your eyes helps to get into your body just a little bit more. Awesome. Whenever you come back into a tabletop, go ahead and stay. On an inhale, start to pull your right knee towards your chest. Exhale, land your right foot on the floor. Walk it forward so that it's about between your hands and let your hips drop. Option to take whatever movement feels good here. Maybe you inhale to straighten your spine. Exhale to push your hips back. Maybe you just kind of rock side to side. If you want to get more into your hips, other option, you can walk your right foot on the outside of your right hand, and that's going to get you a little bit deeper here. And that's going to make it easier to rock side to side if that's the kind of motion that's calling your name. Again, anything works here. Just getting a little bit into those hips. Moving with your inhales and your exhales. Your movement may be a lot slower than mine. It may be a little bit faster. Couple more rounds on this side. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and plant your right foot wherever it's at. Start to walk your hands to the left side of your mat, so that long edge of your mat. And you're going to stand up here. So you're going to bring your feet so they're facing that same side that you're on. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold here. Again, lots of different options, whatever feels good in your body here. You can plant your hands. You can let your head be nice and heavy. Option to bend through one knee and then the other. Or maybe you just keep your legs still. Maybe you just move your head, shake it, yes and no. Maybe you just need to find some stillness here. Maybe your body is asking for some movement. Take whatever you want here for a few more rounds of breath. I'm just moving however my body is wanting to move here. Maybe different than your movement, and that's okay. Couple more rounds of breath. Awesome. Wherever you're at, we're going to take 3 half lifts together. So plant your hands nice and firmly on the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of your head goes towards the floor. Inhale, straighten and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, walk those hands back towards your right foot so you're facing the front of your mat again. Drop that back knee. We're going to land back in tabletop. And then we're going to take that to the other side, just that stretch with that left hip. So on an inhale, pull your left knee towards your chest. Exhale, land your left foot. Same thing, you're probably going to have to walk it forward a little bit so that it's at least between your hands. And then option, maybe whatever variation you took on the other side, maybe your left foot was between your hands, or sorry, you're on the other side, your right foot was between your hands, or maybe it was on the outside of your hand. So in this case, your left foot either between your hands or on the outside of your left hand. Same option. Maybe the same movement is calling your name. Maybe you need slightly different movement. Just a couple more rounds of breath to flow it out. And then we'll wind everything down. Awesome. Alrighty, when you're ready, we're just gonna take it straight back to that tabletop one more time. Maybe rock those hips side to side. And then go ahead and meet me. Option, you can land back in an easy seat where you're sitting on your sit bones with your legs crossed in front of you, or you can take a hero's shape like I am. We're not going to be here for long. We're going to end practice here. I'm going to turn to face you. So just basically take whatever seat you want to take here. And wherever you're at, whatever seat you're taking, I invite you to check in with your energy here. So wherever you're at in your day, in your week, maybe ask yourself, what do I need more or less of for the rest of my day, the rest of my week? Maybe you need a little bit of a boost in energy, or maybe you need to ground down, just kind of go down a little bit, bring that energy down. So if you feel like you need a little bit of a boost, go ahead and face your palms up towards the sky. If you feel like you need to come down with that energy a little bit, you can face your palms down. Notice how your body feels here. Option to close those eyes back down again. Closing your eyes just helps you go inward and focus inward a lot more. Come back to your breath. You may want to sigh out. Have an audible sigh out for a few rounds. Then check back in if it feels okay. Maybe you want to leave your palms as is, or maybe one hand to your belly, the other hand to your heart, to your chest one last time. Notice how you feel here. Notice how your body feels. Maybe it's very foreign to connect with yourself in this way. Maybe it's something that you do often. Again, there's never any right or wrongs, no judgment in this space. You just are who you are, and you show up for whoever you are, and that's okay. I show up the same way. Let's go ahead and end practice together with 3 nice final deep rounds of breath. So just take a moment here, take a couple of those shallow breaths, and then we'll get into those last 3 rounds of breath together. So on these last rounds, option, you can make this a full body movement. You can open your body on that inhale, close on that exhale, or you can just stay exactly where you're at. It doesn't matter. So let's go ahead, inhale through your nose, deep inhale. Exhale through your mouth, sigh it out. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Last one, biggest inhale in. Biggest exhale. Awesome, awesome job. Thank yourself for showing up for whatever it is that you're here for. Whatever reason brought you to your mat, brought you to this video. Thank yourself. Show some gratitude for yourself, for your body. And thank you so much for practicing with me, and I will see you next time. If this video was helpful for you, I invite you to join me for live trauma-informed yoga classes, both online and locally at the Iris Embodiment Center. And as always, thank you so much for being here.